Okay. Because we already have a buttload of shit. Oh, what the? Okay, I must have accidentally went backwards. Even though all I meant to do was scroll. Let's just look at the options, see what's there. Then we'll go to... boy. I'll save the cinder thing for next time. For now, it's Penny. Okay. Alright, so Penny 1... No, let's not do that. Penny and Ruby kiss. Check up. Penny, are you ready? Just so, Noah. Let's head out. Papa and Seal will wait. Seal too? Indeed. She is Papa's conscripted assistant after all. It's only logical that she'd assist him in his scientific endeavors. Somehow I think Seal would resent that non-anticolor, but, let's go then. No sense in keeping them waiting. Morning, Papa. Seal. Good morning. Morning, sweetheart, and Mr. Decaf Geese. Uh-oh, that tone. What did I do? So, I heard you've made a habit of spying on my daughter and her undergarments. What? I did not. Papa, stop teasing Noah like this, please. Sorry, Penny. As a father, it's in the rules that I shall periodically remind any suitor of my sweetheart that I can put the fear of gods into him with just a sentence. I'm pretty sure you put the fear of God in me regardless. Because 1, you're Penny's father. 2, you're also the head scientist of the main head scientist of Atlas, the most technologically advanced of all of the universe in Ruby. So yeah, you don't need to put the fear of God on me. I'm already, not to mention I'm fighting an actual god at this point. So yeah, you about covered it. Oh. Well, if it's in the rules, then it's fine. Oh, whatever. Let's just get on with this. If you'll strip to your plug suit and get into the cylinder, patient. Seal's enjoying this, isn't she? Hey. Wish I could understand any of the stuff popping up on the machines. They fell into some kind of science trance after Penny entered the cylinder. She has a content smile on her face, but the focus of both Seal and Enrico is kind of unearthing. Noah? Yeah? Has Penny been acting differently since she got her new body? Different how? Any different? Well, not that I can think of. Well, except that, she became bolder. Does that count? I guess it does. Is this a checkup or some kind of intervention at my expense? Well, there's no problems that I can see. Really? But what about the luminals in her plug suit? That's just a consequence of one of Penny's subroutine softwares overtaking the plug suit's task. The red tinge is just a visualization of that happening, since the suit didn't know how else to do it. Oh, I see. Well, I'm happy I was worrying over nothing then. Well, I invite you to continue doing so as much as you like to, Mr. T-Capkeys. Anyway, Penny, we'll see you later. Wait, you mean you're not done? Well, we're done with the analysis of the plug suit, but there's still Penny's usual maintenance to go through. And that'll take a while. I'll see you back at the apartment as usual, Noah. I see. I'll see you later then, Penny. Good morning, Seal. Professor. And a good morning to you. Penny, are you absolutely sure you have recorded no changes whatsoever in your behavioral patterns ever since? Yes, Father, I'm absolutely sure. I trust Noah's judgment on this. He himself hasn't detected any substantial changes in it as well. Then there's no breach in your systems. The machine terror overtook the plug suit because it had no fail-safes of sorts. But the mere fact it tried to, nothing like this has ever happened before. Papa, what does it mean? It means that the machine terror may not wish to be the subconscious one any longer. But it's still a part of me. Why? Exactly because in those 2 minutes you allowed it to experience command, it felt all of you fully for the first time. It was allowed to truly know your whole for the first time, Penny. Your weaknesses, strengths, desires, and enemies. And it concluded that those would all be better protected with it in charge. But I don't want it to. That's good, because that's what stops it from doing anything. Your will is what's stopping it, and even if you use sensibility again, it would need to obey the failsafes and the directives you gave. So, the only risk is Phase 2. Yes, by no means you must ever go into it, Penny. Phase 2 would put an ever-increasing amount of processing power into its hands. And heaven only knows what that could lead to. I understand, Father. Penny, please never go that far. Ever. Penny Pondy should never go to Phase 2. When I look at this, I'm sort of thinking of El Noah Zero, the one time when the main character got a robotic eye and it started acting as a second personality. But that happened close to the end of that show, but he's gone. I repeat, he's gone. Osmond has left Beacon. Perfect. Partner, I want you to hurry up to the main hall of Beacon as soon as Bella arrives on the return bullhead. This is it, everyone. We're saving Amber. You're early. Not really. It's just the bullhead arrived a few minutes early. Is that a problem? Not really. Just wasn't really paying attention to the station. You surprised me. I see. So what are we doing? You're asking me? Do you want to talk? Well, yes, but I didn't mean it as an interrogation or questioning. I meant it in an informal way. Bella's bullhead has just left the station. And our little agent of distraction has engaged Osmond, who looks surprisingly like a fish out of water. Well, granted, Osmond has barely ever left his tower. So you want to hang out or something? I guess that would be one way to put it, yes. Alright then. I can show you my favorite places while we walk. Could you please slow down? I haven't been in Main Street in a while and I don't know... Oh, for the love of... Shannara already veered off the path we rehearsed. We didn't expect Osmond to want to hang out. Wouldn't have suited our needs anyway. We're in pursuit. Good luck, Beacon team. So, why are we in the mess hall again? Because I refuse to keep you in your office on such a nice day, and this is the closest thing the school has to a bar with seats in the open. And come on, seeing a more informal side to you won't make the students fear you any less, I assure you. But it may make you appear as human to their eyes. What would I do without you, Violet? Be a vampire, most probably? You're already outfitted for it. What's wrong with my clothes? Well, the small cape to start with? I'll have you know. Professor Peach is successfully distracting Miss Goodwitch. I would like to hear the whole explanation about her wanting to wear a cape and everything. Damn. And still nothing on Crow, so no doubt she'll be able to keep her occupied for a positively long time. Then all that's left is for Bella to get here. It should be another 30 minutes. Thanks, mister. And thanks for buying, Mr. Husband. Think nothing of it. So you like crepes? And ice cream and caramel apples, pretty much all sweets. Not that the rest of human food isn't great, but I like sweets the most. Human food? So you don't consider yourself human? Should I? I don't even look like a normal human, and even for a faunus, I'm out there. That's without getting into the fact that I was created, not born. Created? By who? I don't really know. Is this flame guy who calls himself a boss? No one of the others told you about him, no? They did, and I'm sorry to admit that I have no knowledge of such a being. It's fine. Still, the guy is confusing. They're moving. Come on. Why go through the trouble of making me only to try to kill me afterwards? Try to what? Hey, Volume. We're in the middle of the streets. I'm sorry, it's just... He tried to kill you? Well, not him personally. Anyway, he failed. Evelyn and the others saved me. I see. Still, to try and kill a child is... It's unforgivable. You say that, but... I'm going to talk about it once we get to the reaction in Volume 6. So I'll save that for later. Why do you care? Excuse me? They told me about the Grimm. I'm sure there are kids dying out there even right now. Why do you care about me this much? It's because you remind me of some people. You mean more than one? Yes, when I heard about you, I thought, you definitely have some kind of tie to at least one of them. You look too much alike. Involuntarily, I guess, but it's there, and I needed to meet you. I see. Want some of my crepe? Sure. The headmaster really likes his gears. Or clocks, I guess. But am I glad he doesn't like cameras. No surprise there. Someone used to being so secretive certainly wouldn't trust a 24/7 feed tapped into the Veil network. Anyway, Penny, you're up. Hack into the elevator and let's get down. Affirmative. Grant me 274 seconds. How many minutes is that? A little less than 5, I think. Correct. Anyway, once we're done there, Bella. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to say down there. Bella, we'll be counting on you. I'm sorry to put more pressure on you, but I need you to remember that to allow you to touch Amber, we're going to need to open up the machine, which is the only thing currently keeping her alive. I know. It's part of the reason why I needed this much aura. Before actually healing her, I will need to overcome the rapid degradation of her aura structure stabilizer. How long is it going to take? A few minutes. This isn't like repairing a broken bone. Doing it too fast could send her body into shock. That's fine. You'll have all the time you'll need. We'll make sure of it. Just a little more. Just a little more, Amber. Did you like it? I'm not the biggest fan of sweets, but this grape, as they call it, was good. As they call it? You mean you never had one before? As I said, not the biggest fan of sweets. Also, I don't really go out much. How? How can you not like sweets? You're weird. Oh, it's just that most sweets are a bit too rich for my tastes. I prefer simpler recipes. Like... shaved ice? Shaved ice? Have you ever tried it? No. No, I don't think I have. Would you like to? I'm starting to wonder if we were ever needed. I know, right? It's a bit awkward, but... I've never seen Osmond act this way towards anyone. Oh wow, it's so cold and so big. It's quite the generous portion, yes? So this is just ice? Yes. As I said, I prefer simpler sweets. I guess you can't get any simpler than just ice grinded up and then put syrup on it. But the syrup looks so yummy. Glad they do. I'll be sure not to eat too big of a spoonful at a time, or you might... Bon appetit! Oh boy. Even if... Yow! What was that? That felt so weird. Goodness, Oz. Why didn't you warn me about that? I was trying to. That was brain freeze. Brain freeze? Sounds funny. It happens when you eat something cold too fast. Okay, my fault. But you're right, you know. Let's... Okay. Now I'm starting to see where the... Shaved ice is good. You weren't kidding. It's so tasty, but it's just ice and fruit syrup. I'm glad you like it. Oh boy. This is weird and wholesome looking. Just eat slowly and don't eat too much of it, alright? It's easy to get stomachache. Okay. Fine. Dear? What is it? You think the baby will like it too? Well, since Salem herself spoiled the motion. Yes, they did have kids, and when they were fighting over something, they caused a magical explosion which killed their kids. So again, both Osmond and Salem are at fault. And that's probably, again, that's spoiling for anyone who hasn't watched Volume 6. But you can just You could just put hate in the comments if you want. We're here, the machine's at the end of this corridor. This place, it's much older than the school. It reminds me of the ballroom. Was it built by the royal family? Let's hurry. Oh, Amber. We've made it, partner. We're here. Bella, please, I... Leave it to me, Noah. I swear I'll save her. Everyone, I'm going to operate the machine now. Bella, the moment the tube will open, her vitals will start fluctuating. I need you to be prepared. I came here prepared, Penny. Pop her open. He never forgave me for that. Not that I blame him. Of all the... So that's why you and Professor Hellhelm never... This alarm. James, what's wrong? Enrico, I've got to... Actually, no. You need to follow me. Excuse me? James, what is... There's no time to explain. Grab your tools and meet me at the shuttles. We need to go to Beacon's tower. Penny, you have triggered some kind of alarm. James has just ran out of my lab after asking for my assistance. I have no doubt that he knows you touched the machine. You need to be done and get out there as soon as possible. Ironwood is coming. Oh no, we've been discovered. We what? Papa sent me a message. General Ironwood is coming here. We have minutes. Son of a... Bella, how much more do you need? Few more minutes. And we can't interrupt. And we won't. General Ironwood, the headmaster of Atlas Academy and the leader of the Atlas military. One of the most powerful men in the world, in short. I wonder if that power extends to battle too. So that's the story behind your cape. It's not much of a story, really. I just like the idea. Anyway, speaking of ideas, about Mr. T. Capke's Violet. Noah, what about him? There's a way for him to not be expelled. The goddess of loopholes, what's on your mind? It will be difficult to say the least. But that's not something Team Jade is unfamiliar with by now, is it? Also, they'll have your direct help. Osmond wants to use his half a year of missing credits against him, right? How's that going to help with that? Indeed, as the headmaster, he can decide whether to consider mitigating circumstances or not. He won't, so without full credits, no one won't be able to progress to the next year. And there's no repeating in Beacon, which is stupid. And normally, not even the most difficult mission in the final exam would give a team so many credits as to make up for half a year of school. But there's nothing in the rules that... James? Sorry, Violet, I gotta take this. Oh, go right ahead. Please, please, please tell me he just wants to ask her out on a date. What? How? How do you... Oh, damn it. Sure, more about that. What do you mean you'll take another entrance? Violet, I gotta go. Do you really have to? I'm sure it's not that... James, don't you dare... Is that wind? James! Students, I hope you're done, because if you aren't... Did he just jump through the fucking window? James, for the love of science, slow down. I can't believe we just jumped through the window from one of the shuttles. What the hell is going on here? I don't know yet, exactly. but it's a matter of life and death for a remnant. A what? Curses, why won't this elevator go faster? How can a single girl, no matter how powerful, be this important? Bella. It's done. You mean those voices? Who are they? It's incredible. Amber's vitals are stable. Bella, you did it. I promised. Amber, that name sounds familiar. Bella, you did great. Bella! She's passed out. She must be exhausted. We need to hurry. Let's place Amber back in the machine. Yes, Amber is... Amber is me. Amber is my name. The elevator. They're coming. We're trapped. Amber is safely secured, but I don't detect any other exits or a suitable hiding place. I'm Amber, and those voices they're... They're my friends. They came for me. And now they're in danger. They need my help. An exit? How can I find... Wait, I know about an exit. It's all coming back to me. Damn it, Art. Is this really nothing we can do? We'll probably get expelled or worse, but Bella, if they find her here... The left corridor. Amber? Amber, thank goodness. It really worked. It did, but there's no time now. Get to the wall at the far end of the corridor. Hurry. This... Amber, how did you... Later. It won't stay open long. Vamoose. Vamoose? That is a sound. James, there's no one here. So it would seem. James, now that we seem to have a moment of peace, will you please start explaining what in tarnation is going on? What's this place and is that a person in there? And I think I recognize the design of that machine. If you could please check on her vitals and the state of the machine, Enrico. I was instructed on it, but you're certainly more familiar with its workings. Then you will have your explanation. Again, that is a sound that hurts your ears. Oh my gods, I can't believe we got it out there. Amber, how did you know about that secret passage? Long story. Suffice to say, though, Osmond doesn't know about it, and it would have also made the perfect secret entrance. If only my condition hadn't made me so scatterbrained. So you could have planned this earlier and much safer, I'm sorry. Hey now, none of that talk. What's important is that you're back. You're safe. Well, technically, my body is still trapped down there. But I'm no longer slowly slipping into the cold abyss of death, and I can still project again, which makes me not defenseless. I say it's 2 steps forward and some. Oh my, those faces. Is there something wrong with my projection? Maybe my skin tone is off? No, you look positively healthy. It's just that your speech is much more focused. Oh, that? Quite. This is actually my default way of talking. It's just I was incomplete before. My soul projection didn't project all of my mind and memories. You mean... Yes, Noah. But there will be time for that later. Now you should go. You're using the second person. What about you? I believe it's high time me and the headmaster had some words, so I'm going to wait. She is pissed. Alright, let's do as she said and bring Bella to our dorm room. Then the moment she's recovered enough to walk, we need to bring her back to Vale. Roger that, and we should also advise the others. Thanks for walking me to the station, Janara. Thanks for buying me more shaved ice, and for everything else. It was fun. Yes it was. And you're much, much nicer than I thought you would be. You thought I wouldn't be nice? Thank God it's over. This was about to give me diabetes, and it went on for so long after we got the confirmation text. Oh, shush. Anyway, Osmond is good with kids, isn't he? Yeah, and not in his usual way. Like he feels less like a mentor, more like a father, yes? Yeah, to be honest, all I heard of you made me think you wouldn't be nice at all. But I guess I was wrong, wasn't? Oh no, that's the most sure part. Huh? What? I should go, Janara. And regarding what we were saying earlier, there are things about me that would paint me as not nice to many. Yes, but I think you're mature enough to understand that. Sometimes to do the right thing, you have to be not nice. Yes, I understand that. Janara, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine, Big Sis. Alright, cool. Do you have any idea what the hell happened? One moment your shaved ice was plummeting, and the next... I have no idea, but maybe it's that semblance thing no one mentioned? Students, I'm way too young and fit to have a heart attack. What the hell happened down there? Did you make a mistake? Not really. Everything went according to plan, but we had no way to foresee something like a silent alarm connected directly to General Ironwood's scroll. I can't believe Osmond would allow a system that connects into the network when he doesn't even have security cameras down there. Well, maybe he didn't. Yes, that'll make sense, wouldn't it? You mean that General Ironwood put this system in the machine without Osmond knowing about it? Most likely. The network is something Osmond doesn't understand, but he knows it has vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities he can't personally account for. So no surveillance, but the General obviously disagreed. Yes, General Ironwood definitely has quite the strong personality. Especially for something so important. I doubt he would comply with less options just because Osmond didn't trust it. I wonder if the headmaster was aware of the General's feelings towards him, you mean? Who knows? But I doubt he was aware of him going behind his back. You had no right, James. You cannot be serious. You should be thanking me right now, Osmond. If it weren't for that technology you mistrust so much, we wouldn't even have known someone had entered the vault and operated on the machine. And if it weren't for that technology, they wouldn't have gotten inside to begin with. Excuse me? They didn't force their way inside, James. The elevator operated normally. Someone cracked the password system your subordinates designed. But that's impossible. It would take a genius, I imagine. Because no one in Atlas with that kind of skill ever defected to her side, did they? If I may, Headmaster, unless you would have liked to climb up and down a hole every time you need to get to a secret vault buried meters underground, a certain level of technology is expected. And despite what happened, a random generated code still remains the safest access deterrent. Even biometrics aren't as safe since they can be replicated with certain semblances or required. Professor Paladina, anything that you may learn from us needs to remain a secret. And Master Osmond, what to do with acquired knowledge is not something that I will let any man or organization dictate for me, unless you have a very good argument for that. Alright, that's quite enough. The most important matter at hand right now is Amber. How is she? What happened? Nothing short of a miracle, Miss Goodwitch. At least according to her last readings before the capsule was opened and the newest ones. What do you mean? I mean that all of the damage done to her aura structure and body has been healed. She's healed? But at the state she was in? Yes, there's no semblance, medicine, or operation I know of that could have done this. But the proof is downstairs, unconscious, floating in a capsule. Miss Amber gets a clean bill of health from me, and I believe that once the damage to her soul is fixed, she will wake up. There's no semblance, but he already knows that there's a semblance. They snuck in the vault to heal Amber? Why would they? Indeed, a mystery. But as of right now, I can't bring myself to care. Amber? Lady Amber to you, Headmaster Osbin. You of all people are not allowed to address me by my first name. This is soul projection. I didn't know it was possible from a comatose state. That makes it the two of us. Then still quite the fortuitous circumstances. I won't have to wait until I'm back on my feet to throw my contempt at yours. Contempt? You can't possibly be blaming us for what happened to you. We tried to protect you, Amber. The only reason you're still here is because Crow... Don't be ridiculous. I'm obviously don't. It was my decision to leave the sanctuary, knowing of the dangers. As such, the responsibility of anything that transpired falls on my shoulders, alone. What I would like to know is, why am I still alive? James, seriously, who is this young woman? Amber, what are you saying? A particularly logical challenge monkey could understand you have no idea how I was healed, which implies you didn't know how to earlier either. So if all that waited me was weeks of agony wasting away in a tube like a rotten vegetable in brine, why wasn't I given an honorable death and a proper burial? Was my family even told of what has transpired? You must understand, Lady Amber, that there are bigger things at stake here than just your life or your honor. Your death would have caused what was left of your power to transfer to your attacker, and that would have shifted the balance in favor of the enemy. Explain. The enemy already has 2 maidens on her side. False! Very, very false. You have 1/2 a maiden, and the other one's just gone. You mean that spring and summer? This is an unprecedented situation, which takes unprecedented actions to be taken. I'm sorry we couldn't offer you the proper respect, but the survival of the world takes precedence over your funeral rites. And I can already assume Summer would be Summer Rose, which, again, take too long to explain. What a crock of shit. Unprecedented? You call this unprecedented? Hiding, biding your time, turtling? This is the same old that drove me to flee your care. Something unprecedented would have been retaliation, hunting, find the broad who hurt me and her two cronies and revive strapedoed on their skins. All-out war is not an option, because it could actually yield results. My great-grandfather didn't win a war by biding for time indefinitely. He did it by laying waste to an army. And how many lives were lost because of that? How many would have been lost if the war had continued? I'm not here to argue the ethics of war with you. Right. The unquestionable headmaster Osmond, worry not, for Amber Talia Vasilinus the Fourth prefers action to empty words. I will fight your war for you, starting with the viper hiding under your nose in your own school. She said, the enemy is in Beacon, Osmond, and now we're probably set to have a magic duel in your school. I agree with you about the importance of secrecy, Osmond, but don't you think it is unwise to not use everything at our disposal to protect the innocent from this madness? To protect the innocent? What do you suggest, James? Penny, my dear, you are definitely involved with some particular characters. That is an understatement. That was so liberating. Their faces and reactions in the verbal joust, after months spent as a barely half-functioning mess, that was catharsis. Now, though, I should rest, gather some magic, and think about how I'm going to explain everything to them. So much to tell, so little time. Okay, well, I'm going to end this eventful part here. I wasn't expecting it to be this long, but I'll take a bit of a break. Monday, 1:55. And I'll be right back to the next part. See ya.